I've been here for a couple months, so I never got a chance to congratulate you on your Senators. They made a good run of it. Now the Senators, Leafs, and Raptors, they all had some success in the playoffs, but they were all a little confused when they got eliminated, that they didn't get anything, because since they're all in Ontario, they figured that they would get a participation trophy when they got knocked out of the playoffs. Good old Ontario. No one keeps score now in kids' games anymore. But it's strange because I went to my nephew's soccer game the other day. He's 6 years old and he knew exactly what the score was at the end of the game. So earlier today I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to be available to perform tonight because I was kind of lost and anxious. Now that's referring to Roberto Osuna on the Blue Jays, who on Friday said he was lost and anxious and he wasn't available to play. Now be serious. Like, you play baseball, you get millions of dollars to play baseball. Roberto, try standing in front of a room full of strangers doing this, making a fool of yourself, and then I'll talk about anxiety to you. Alright, I wasn't sure how that was going to go over. I guess no more Roberto Osuna jokes and mental illness. Now there's a few of you from here out of town, so I always like to give a few tips for the people who are visiting our beautiful city here. Last time I said that if any hooker charges you for the destination resort fee, that you can ask them to have it removed. So that was a helpful tip. Now, there's another little problem that's come surfaced lately, and that is that some of the hookers in town are overbooking their clients in certain time slots. Now, this came to light because there was this Asian guy. He was at the Valleyway Motel. He was in the middle of getting a blowjob, and there was a knock at the door because there was another client that was supposed to be there for the 2 a.m. slot. So she asked him to leave voluntarily. He wouldn't leave, and then she had to get his her pimp and his friend to drag the guy out of the place. He banged his head on the side of the door. Obviously, it all got videotaped by a cell phone and showed up on YouTube. The guy sued the city of Niagara Falls, so Mayor Diodati decided that he had to make a law that from now on, no hookers can double overbook their clients in any time slot. So if you're out on the town tonight, just remember that and know your rights. Now, I've been retired now for 4 months now, Adam said that. And the most annoying thing about when you just retire is that every person asks you the same thing. What are you doing with all your spare time now? Like, I just feel like yelling at them going, fuck, I do nothing, okay? That's what I do. That's what I wanted to do my whole life. So it was driving me crazy, so I was sick of answering the question, so I went out and found a part-time job. Now, I worked for the post office for 35 years, so I don't have any real job skills outside of that. So there weren't too many jobs available, but I did find one. I got a job down at the police station, standing in the lines for when they have suspect lines. The problem is, it's not a bad job, but the problem was I was starting to see a pattern developing, that the only time that I got called to come down to stand in the line was for when they had sexual predators who were approaching kids. It seemed like I was just the perfect description. Balding, stocky, middle-aged guy with facial hair. So that's my gig now. I just stand in line for sexual predator lines. It's not bad, except the one time there was a case involving a flasher. And the victim remembered something specific about the guy's dick. So all of us there, we all had to flash the one-way mirror there. Now, it's a thick mirror and everything, but you can still hear the laughing on the other side, so a little embarrassing. The job doesn't pay much, but in a city like Niagara Falls, it pays the bills, and there's never a shortage of sexual predators, that's for sure. Eddie. So,
That's so funny.
Oh, there.
when, the one thing I've come to realize after all these years is that porn is not realistic. I know that's a big shock, but here's how I came to that conclusion. Now, everyone's seen the babysitter porn clips. The young couple comes home, they seduce a hot 18-year-old babysitter and talk her into a threesome. That part is realistic, because that happens all the time, right? But the unrealistic part is, since there's a babysitter, there's got to be kids involved, right? And all these houses all the time are spotless. There's never any toys laying around or anything. Like when they're taking their clothes off on the couch and everything, no one ever gets a Transformer toy stuck up their ass or anything. And when they're running up to the bedroom, up the stairs, no one ever steps on a piece of Lego or anything, so totally unrealistic, you know? So, and the other thing is that when they're in their room, in the bedroom and everything, you never hear a kid crying or anything, disrupting everything, and the kid never opens up the door or anything and says they're not feeling good. Like, so, until they start making realistic porn movies, I'm done with it, right? So, I have time for one more joke, but I'm not even sure if I'm going to say it now.
Woo, say it! Do it!
The reason is, like, I do this, I've only been doing this for a couple years. I write my own stuff and try to keep it not controversial or anything politically correct. But, guys, some of you guys who are doing this for trying to make a career out of it, it's got to be tough to not ever say anything that offends anybody. So, a couple months ago, like an old school comic, Don Rickles died. Now, most of you guys are probably too young to know who he was, but he was probably the least politically correct comic in history. He could never do his act nowadays, let's put it that way. He made fun of every race, every religion, but back in the day, people had a sense of humor. People could laugh at themselves, and no one ever got offended or claimed that they were offended or anything. So, at the time he died, I saw this joke online, and I go, this is a joke that Don Rickles would say for sure. So, if no one's going to complain or send a complaint to the human rights, I'll say this joke.
Woo!
All right. So, Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, they go into this small town bar in Midwest USA. So all the guys in there see these guys come in there, and they go, so what are you guys doing here? And Trump goes, we're talking about how we're going to start World War III. So wow, everyone's kind of shocked, and they go, well, let us know, are you going to tell us how you're going to do it? So Trump goes, we're going to drop a bomb, a nuclear bomb, we're going to kill 1 million Muslims, and one gorgeous blonde with huge tits. So all the guys in the bar are outraged. They start yelling at him, going, what do you have to kill the blonde with big tits for? What'd she ever do to you? So Trump leans over to Cruz and he goes, see, I told you they couldn't care less about the Muslims. Okay, thank you very much.